In this episode, I will tell you about 10 sad truths about women in the Philippines that other foreign vloggers don't tell you. Number 1. Women are only with you from desperation. Yes, despite what other expat vloggers will tell you that women just throw themselves at you, that you are the king and the prize in the Philippines, don't forget that women here are desperate. That the Philippines is still a third world country and many of these women are in dire need of financial support. They have families, children, siblings, people that depend on them that they need to take care of. If they are not working, they're online dating, trying to scam or retrieve money from you. These days, it is sad that women don't even put the effort in meeting the foreigner in order to obtain their goals and achieve the financial support that they need. Desperate men across the world send these women money as soon as she shows herself in a bikini or a skimpy top. That is the sad reality. But don't forget, it's not because you are handsome. It is not because they are conservative or have family values or traditional values. It's simply due to desperation in the situation. It's all about money. If you're an older man going to the Philippines to date young women, don't forget this fact. You can be okay with it. That's your prerogative. But the reality is, these women only want finances. Some play the long game, some play the short game. Regardless of how they approach you, at the end of the day, something goes wrong and they need money. Emergency, family situation, school, whatever the excuse is, they're going to gouge money from you, and that is a sad reality, number 1. Number 2 is always looking to upgrade for better options. Women in the Philippines are no different than across the world. And I tell you this not to say that these rules and sad truth only apply in the Philippines, but that the Philippines is not a magical place where women only love you for who you are and are happy with what they have. No, especially in the Philippines with toxic Filipino culture and crab mentality that always want to improve and upgrade and show off to their friends and family that they have a foreigner, that they have money coming in for whatever reason. Women in the Philippines are always on their phones trying to find the next big catch. That's why they're always looking, and that's why they are so jealous. Because they are the ones cheating, therefore they think you are also cheating. But they always look for options. That's why whenever you watch certain interviews on the street or with one-on-one, when the interviewer asks the woman if she is married or single, 99% of the women say they are single because they want to have that option open in case someone is watching, and that way they can go ahead and jump from the man they're currently with to someone better, younger, with more money and more opportunities. This also applies to the number of recent women that have their own YouTube channels in the Philippines. I'm not sure how this started, but there seems to be a very large group of Filipino women doing random things during live streams or on their channels where men just simply give them money. I don't understand the logic behind it, but the reality is these women say that they are single because they know men will continue to send money. If she says she has a boyfriend or a husband or is taken, then men feel like they have no chance with this woman. The same kind of logic that men that go into Hooters tip the waitress a large amount even though they have no chance with the girl, but because she's single or they think she's single, they tip more. It is a sad reality for both men and women, and this still applies in the Philippines. Number 3, lies. The sad reality and truth about women in the Philippines, they are pathological liars. Not just simple white lies. I am talking about lying about major things. About her education, if she's been married before, if she's still married, if she's single, if she has children. Lying about major things. It starts off with just simple online dating profiles. How often has it been where you meet someone or you think you met someone, let's say in the city of Manila, after talking for a few days or even a week, she suddenly tells you she's not in that city, that she's moved back to the province or some other BS, that you changed or she changed her location and somehow she expects you to be okay with that. But guess what? Now you wasted all this time thinking that the woman is in your city. Now you have to go and take a bus or a plane or a train or a boat or walk your ass in a random town. No, because they know if they put the real town and city they are in, they have less chances of matching with you, less interest from men because they know men would never travel to some village if they knew the truth. So these types of lies occur often in the Philippines. They lie about how long it takes them to get ready, what time they'll be at your place, where they'll meet you. They will lie that their parents died in a car accident, that they are the lone provider for the family, and so many other lies we cannot keep track of. They are pathological liars and they have no remorse for lying to the man as long as they get what they want. Number 4. Single mothers. Many women in the Philippines are single mothers. This stems from various reasons from religion, stigma, boredom, lack of education, desperation. I can go on. But the reality is, the sad truth, that the number of single mothers are extremely high in the Philippines. And when you have a single mother, you have problems. Despite what other men would tell you, those men that are okay taking care of other men's children, I have nothing against single mothers. I'm just telling you the baggage, the trauma, and the financial demands that come with someone that is a single mother, especially when they lie about their ex, the husband, how he's no longer in the picture, and her marriage status. It creates problem for a foreigner. That is why I tell you to avoid single mothers, but that's the reality and the truth of the country. So keep that in mind, and there's no such thing as a virgin Filipina over the age of 20, I would tell you. Number 5. The sad truth is multiple men. You are not special. There's nothing special about you. And I'm sorry to say that, but these women are talking to multiple men at a time. Online, in person. Anytime you are talking to a Filipina, assume she is lying until she proves otherwise. They talk to multiple men because multiple sources of income, multiple revenue streams, and that comes with multiple Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and multiple social media accounts. I guarantee you that 90% of the women that you speak to online do not use the real profile at all because they know that is not something they want to share with every man. That's why they call you by sweetie, honey, or love, because they cannot keep track of all the men that they are talking to. It's a simpler way, but they are talking to multiple men. If men are talking to a handful of women, picture that. If you're talking to 5 girls at once, I promise you she's talking to 50. Multiply it by 10. Any number of women that you're talking to, she's talking to 10 times more. How easy do you think it is for women to get a date or a message? Extremely easy. Sad truth number 6. Filipino women generally put very little effort into their appearance. There's no such thing as self-care, taking care of their health at all. From poor diet to poor nutrition, poor skincare, poor beauty routine. I talked about this in the previous video of 10 reasons why Thailand women are better than Filipino women, and this is a major factor. Filipinos seem to have zero finances, or at least don't prioritize their looks. All the money they get would rather go to Jollibee's or some random restaurant instead of beauty products. Unlike women of Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, even Indonesia, Japan, Korea, of course, these women do not spend any money on their looks. That's why they wear these cheap $1 red lipsticks that stick on your cups, on your shirt, on anywhere, disgustingly fade away, become chappy. It's absolutely horrible. The hair is all dead. If they have any extensions or even coloring done to their hair, it's horrible. No such thing as getting their legs waxed or any kind of beauty care at all. And don't get me started on going to the gym and doing yoga and other things to maintain their youthfulness. Women in the Philippines have about 10 years prime maximum, from the age 18 to 28, and then they just go downhill from there. Number 7. The truth is, many of the women you're talking to don't have jobs or a good education. They have nothing better to do than stay online all day, all night, talking to random men in hopes of getting money from them. They have no life, essentially, no job to go to, no work to do, thus the karaoke late nights and parties and drinking all the time. The truth is, it's difficult to find a job in the Philippines if you have a basic high school education or even a bachelor degree, because even the most basic customer service jobs require the women to have a bachelor degree. They don't have anything. Even if they have a bachelor's degree, where is that coming from? Most of these universities and colleges are useless, complete low education, and that trickles down to your relationship. Number 8. No meaningful connection. Because of the large age gap, lack of education, and lack of experience, there is very little chance for a meaningful connection with these Filipino women. Not to mention they mostly see you as an ATM, a means of money, nothing more. They do not see you as a human. How often will you be talking to a Filipina and the conversation goes completely over their head? They cannot comprehend basic things aside from greetings and simple sentences, because while you're sitting there at dinner table looking at her long black hair and thinking, wow, she's so pretty, she's looking at you thinking, how much money can I get from this man? It's very obvious that these relationships are simply transactional and there's no meaningful connection. Number 9, communication skills. Filipinos do not know how to communicate. Basic questions they do not know how to answer. Let's start off with simply being online. How often have you sent a message? Ask 2 or 3 questions. For example, hello, how are you? What are you doing? She'll just say, hi. And you receive a one-word response. So you ignore this red flag thinking maybe there's a language barrier. But I thought Filipinos knew how to speak English, clearly. And since they don't respect you, they don't feel communication is important. If they are late, or should I say, when they are late, they never message you on time or let you know they are running late, even if you message them before, during, and while she should be here at that time, she still does not communicate. For example, if you say, I'm leaving the house now, she says, okay. 20 minutes away, she says, okay. Where are you? And she still hasn't left her home yet. Then they blame it on traffic. Number 10, you cannot trust them. Based on the previous 9 examples of the sad truth of this country and its women, it's hard to trust women who have this type of behavior. Yes, of course, we cannot generalize all as one type. However, the women that you meet, I promise you, fall under all these categories, and everything I've said applies to them. Because the proper women that you're thinking of, the type of women that the expat vloggers would have you believe, they're already taken. They have their own jobs, their own social circles, their own family acquaintances. They will not be single in their 20s and 30s at all, especially if they are attractive, which we all know those ones are already taken. Not to mention the stigma and the taboo that is associated with dealing with and being in a relationship with foreigners, because it's a big no-no in middle class and upper class Filipina. So the reality is, the sad truth, most of the women that foreigners deal with are bottom level, low level women with not much to offer except for youth and somewhat of better body compared to women in their 40s and 50s back in the West. Same goes with these expat vloggers, these foreigner vloggers, these people that make videos on YouTube saying that their girlfriends are so attractive. Ask yourself, are they? Are they really attractive? Look at her. She's only attractive compared to the man, and also compared to the women that he might get back home. Not only that, they're all transactional. All those women are getting money, either directly or indirectly, having houses being built for them, buying lots under their name, buying vehicles, getting babies which hooks the man for the rest of his life. These are the sad realities and truths of the Philippines. Do not forget them. Sure, there may be diamonds in the rough. Somebody may have got lucky 20, 30 years ago. Times have changed. I may have hurt some feelings, burst some bubbles, or you may be offended by some things I'm saying, but that does not take away from the truth. Those are the realities of today's world, and we have to accept them, adjust, and change our expectations before we come here, before we leave everything, sell everything, and come to this country. I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings. That is not my intentions. I'm simply telling you what the reality of the Philippines is and what you can expect as you experience if it's your first time coming to this country. The best comment from yesterday is from Julius Caver, $2 super thanks. Says, I love Thailand and Thai food, Pattaya. Thanks, friend. I appreciate the support and the super thanks. The comment with the most thumbs ups is from Geoduck. My wife is Filipina. Obviously, I love her very much and love the Philippines. Having said that, 30 years ago, it was unusual to see a fat Filipina in the Philippines. Over the years, obesity has now become endemic in the most Philippine cities. Physically fit petite Filipinas over age 30 are rare today. Tied for top comment with most thumbs up, the Thai restaurants around the world is so true. You will never, ever hear someone say this outside of the Philippines. Hey, I have a craving for Filipino food. You want to head out to the Filipino restaurant? LOL. In order to please the YouTube algorithm gods and to continue with these channels, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and writing your comment down below so we have more viewer engagement, which seems to please the overlords. Thanks for watching. God bless.